This security guard earning $5 grand a year suddenly realized his future daughters might become world champions. So before they were even born, he had already written a 78-page career plan for them. By the time they turned 5, he had not only memorized professional tennis manuals, but also trained them strictly by the book. Even on stormy days, he made them keep practicing. When his daughters turned 10, he took the career plan and training videos and went around to various clubs trying to promote them, but he got rejected over and over again, because back then tennis was seen as a white elite sport, and as a black man from the hood, he was never welcomed. Even that ambitious career plan got laughed off as a joke. Finally, one coach saw potential in his daughters, but backed off because Richard's contract demands were outrageous. He wanted the best gear provided by the club, and asked for all the training to be free. The coach said no one would take that kind of bet, because tennis is expensive and extremely competitive. Even millionaires struggle to raise pro players, let alone a poor black security guard like you.
It's like asking somebody to believe that you got the next two Mozarts living in your house.
It wasn't just white coaches who doubted him. Even black neighbors called him crazy. They accused Richard of abusing his daughters with such intense training, but he fired back without hesitation.
They work as hard as they need to stay off these streets. I'm in the champion raising business. I got a book about it about to come out soon. Maybe I'll give a copy to your daughter. Remind me which corner she working on again?
Get off my property.
The coach's doubt and the neighbor's criticism never slowed down his training, because he had full faith in his daughter's talent and his own methods. They bonded through tennis, trained arm strength by throwing rackets, practiced precision using bowling rules. Under the blazing sun, they honed their skills day after day. Their life was filled with warmth and freedom, and their family love grew in peace and quiet. But some people just can't stand seeing happiness. Thugs often harassed his eldest daughter while she did homework near the court. Whenever that happened, Richard would end the training early and rush his daughters to safety. But this time he hesitated. His fatherly instinct made him step up. He spoke with moral authority, tried to reason with them, but that only made the thugs even more aggressive. In front of his worried daughters, Richard got badly beaten, but his image as a father didn't crumble. It became even more heroic because he stood up for them. In the car, Richard told his daughter, "When I was your age, I got bullied for all kinds of reasons, and my useless dad just stood by doing nothing. I didn't have the protection of a father's love, but you do. I never got respect from the world, but one day I'll make sure you do." Back home, he didn't mention the beating to his wife. Instead, he shared the joy of their daughter's rapid progress in tennis, and at bedtime, he encouraged their dreams with gentle words.
You know, one day not too long from now, somebody gonna hand you girls a check for $1 million.
Richard showed only positivity to his family, but at night he quietly swallowed all the bitterness himself. And just then, those thugs came back again. They spat in his face, threatened to mess with his daughters. He could endure anything for the sake of survival, but not when it came to his kids. All the anger he had buried finally exploded, but his age and an old injury in his left leg left him outnumbered and helpless. Richard ended up on the ground with a gun pointed at his head. Memories of being bullied as a child came flooding back. Blinding rage pushed him toward revenge. He picked up a gun and went after them, but before he could act, the thug was gunned down by a rival gang. That moment snapped him back to his senses. An eye for an eye only leads to death. The only way out was to leave this place for good, so he doubled down on promoting his daughters. He came to a lavish estate, swallowed his pride, and begged a coach to watch his daughters play. The coach gave them 10 minutes out of pity, but those 10 minutes changed everything. The girls showed their full talent and power on the court. They returned every serve perfectly. Their shots were stronger than anyone their age, especially Venus. Her mix of speed and strength blew the coach away. After the trial, the coach asked Venus what she wanted.
Well, I want to win Wimbledon as many times as anyone's ever won it.
You think you can do that?
I know I can.
Then he asked Serena whose style she wanted to learn. She gave a little smile and quietly replied,
"Well, I'd like other people to want to play like me."
In the end, the coach only agreed to train Venus for free, but that wasn't a problem for Richard. During every practice, he set up a camera to record everything Venus did, then had his wife use the footage to personally coach Serena step by step. That summer had both fierce winds and quiet growth. That tennis court held loneliness and hope. Looking back, they saw time slipping away but kept chasing forward, under starry skies and long nights. After a while, the coach believed basic training wasn't enough for Venus anymore. He suggested she enter the junior tennis tournaments. It was the path all pros had to take. Facing strong opponents would help her level up fast, and if she stood out there, she'd catch the eyes of agents and get sponsored. That matched Richard's plan perfectly. So on a bright sunny morning, with big dreams in their hearts, they stepped into the world of junior tennis. That first official match meant everything, but Richard didn't put pressure on his daughter.
You just going out there and you have fun.
I know. I got this.
He smiled as they walked into the court, like he knew she had it in the bag, but under the pressure of the game, she lost 2 points right away. Then her father's voice rang in her ears.
You just had some fun out there, Venus Williams. That's all this about. Have some fun.
Venus took a deep breath, then launched a perfect serve that caught her opponent off guard. Her nerves faded away, replaced by the familiar focus she had in practice. Far stronger than her peers, Venus swept through one match after another, winning championship after championship with ease. But during one match, Richard noticed how toxic the tournament environment was. Some players disrespected second-place trophies. Parents screamed at kids for losing. Some coaches even taught their players to cheat.
Kelly, it was out. Call it.
It was out.
But with true talent, no amount of lies could win. Venus claimed another title effortlessly, but Serena was nowhere to be seen when they left. Turns out she had been practicing outside the whole time, because she knew Venus would win.